Hey everybody, it's Scotty from Scotty's Record Shop with an artist profile video. I haven't done one of these in a long time, but it's primarily because I just don't have a lot of time. I have barely time really to listen to music with people running around the house and everything else. But it's a cold, rainy June day in Maine. I don't feel like doing housework or laundry or anything like that, so I figured I would make at least one artist profile that people have asked me to make in the past. And I have no idea. I can't remember who asked me to do a Queen video. We were talking about Queen, and I said I had, a good chunk of albums by them, like 18 or 19. So whoever it was, this is for you. As always, thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing as well. I do appreciate it. It's almost 3 years, I think, I've been making videos now on YouTube. A little weird having people making videos about. It's weird, but it's cool, But anyway, Queen. It's only the LPs. I didn't bother digging through my 45s. My 45s are not in alphabetical order. I mean, I've got thousands of 45s. It's just kind of chaotic. I got to get them in order. Some neat picture sleeves in there, but maybe someday I'll show them to you. The albums. The first LP, 1973. This is the promotional copy. Where does it have a little promotional? Yeah, a little promotional sticker there, but it's also the butterfly inner sleeve that was common for early 70s, and the white label promotional thing. In 1973 in America, Queen was unknown. Really, people didn't know much about Queen, and they really didn't care. The first time they came to Maine, which is where I'm at, it was 1974. They played the Portland Expo building with Mott the Hoople, and this was the album they actually came for, Queen 2. This is also a promotional pressing. It's got some ring wear and stuff. The vinyl's in great shape. There's your inner sleeve. The inner paper sleeve is a little tattered, but it's the original one. Lyric inner sleeve. And again, it's white label. Hopefully this is coming out. Promotional pressing. The record that broke them here, I'll deal with it later. The record that broke them in America was this one, Sheer Heart Attack, towards the end of 74. And this, I have two pressings of this. Paper inner sleeve. This opens up, doesn't it? I think. No. Yeah. To like a little mini poster. Information on this thing, and it's on. This is just a standard U.S. pressing, first pressing. Love this album. If I had just two albums that are my favorite, and this is my favorite era of Queen too, the mid 70s, and quite honestly, in America, I don't want to say they're most popular because we'll get to theoretically the most popular period for them in a little while, but this is a German pressing actually. When I was looking for a cleaner copy, this US copy is in great shape. I had an earlier copy from when I was like 10, and it was really beat up, and in an attempt to find a clean copy, the first thing that came up quite inexpensively was this German pressing. And this is the label. Again, I don't know how clear that's coming up. Hopefully you're able to see it. This is a great sounding pressing of this LP. Get it back in here. And this also has a different, actually, inner sleeve. Let me show you that. For those of you who are into that, let's see, like a lyric inner sleeve. For that, just a German pressing on EMI. A very cool find for not a lot of money. That's basically why I picked it up after. Not Day at the Races. A Night at the Opera. This is the sleeve. Goes back. This is my original LP. The album itself is mint. It's in great shape. Let me fix my mouse here. But the sleeve is dirty. It's old. I mean, I think I got this in 77, 78. And I don't know why, but I mean, I played this thing to death, but it wore really well. It just, I don't know. It's still in excellent shape, so I have no need. I mean, if I find a nice minty cover, I'll take it, but the vinyl is great. Day at the Races, 1976. Another great album. I think if I had to pick my favorite Queen album, this would be it, though. Would be A Night at the Opera. News of the World is a great record. In the classic era for them. Let me show you the inner sleeve here. A paper stock, a heavier paper stock inner sleeve. And this is, again, just, in America there was no special custom labels. It was just the butterfly, the Electra butterfly. For that one. News of the World, 19... Do I have that right? Yeah. 1977. Your lyric inner sleeve, which actually was kind of neat because it had I'll lift the vinyl out. See, it had a cutout hole in it, and this is your inner custom label for this record. Another great record from Queen. Jazz. Back. I'm not going to open it because it's older. Well, this is your inner sleeve for that. And did have a neat little custom label. There is a poster in here. Put this down. Yeah, there's a poster, and let me see if I can get this opened without ripping it. This thing is quite old. Basically, is if you've got little kids, this needs to be censored. Yeah. Speaking of some fat bottom girls and some bare bottom individuals. Thank you to my dearly beloved mom. A poster that I was not going to hang up in my room. Not when I was 13. Anyway, and getting away with it anyway. So, Queen's Jazz, 1970, late 78, early 79 for this one. Live Killers. You know what I'm thinking now? Did Live Killers come out before Jazz or after Jazz? Anyway, Live Killers. Great live record from Queen. And let's see here. Interesting thing about these is one sleeve green, one inner sleeve red, and I'll show you the labels on these babies. I'm trying to remember if originally this came with a poster. There's something in my head that's saying that this originally came with a poster in red. And I don't remember if it came with it, whatever happened to it. It probably ended up on my wall somewhere as a teenager and is gone now. But unfortunately. Okay. As far as popularity is concerned, ouch. This was the height of Queen's popularity in America. They had like 2 #1 songs off of this LP. Some people who are diehard Queen fans feel this is where they really started going downhill. I like this album a lot. It's just my personal opinion. The Game. There's your inner sleeve photos and your custom label. It's funny because there were 3 or 4 singles off this record, but my favorite song on this is the song The Game. And in America, it failed miserably as a single, which was kind of weird. But okay, the soundtrack to Flash Gordon. And pull out the inner sleeve to that so you guys can see it. And the label for that. There you go. I think really this is where my love for Queen kind of started to waver. I think with America too. They were always popular worldwide, but just, I don't know. Queen's greatest hits. The American version of it, anyway. Inner sleeve. Showing the songs and what albums they were taken from. And your custom inner label. Or custom label. A nice record. The grooves on this are really interesting because they tried to fit a lot of music on this. So you got some really tight grooves. This record for some reason tended to wear quicker because of that, you know, just I don't know. Alright. Hot Space. This really worldwide Queen was still incredibly popular. They definitely switched to more of a heavier synthesized keyboard sound on this stuff, and it didn't work for me as much. And really in America they kind of had lost their gain too, but custom inner sleeve. But people who love 80s music, you know, this is not a bad album by any stretch. There's some wonderful stuff on here, but comparing it to A Night at the Opera, for me, there's just no comparison. The Works. It's an original pressing too. Inner sleeve. Lyric inner sleeve. With some other information. And here's your inner label. On capital at this particular point in time. The next record took me a while to find. I didn't want to pay a lot for it, and Queen wasn't selling nearly as many albums in America, so I had to go with for this one I had to go with the reissues that came out a few years ago in Hollywood Records. Got a couple of them. Kind of Magic. There's your inner sleeve. As far as these reissues, I feel sound pretty good. You know, I don't have the original album to compare it to, so, but they're pressed on 180 gram vinyl and stuff. There's your inner label, custom label for that album. And with this, I do believe this was a replica of the original inner sleeve. But I thought these remasters were done well. And in some cases in America, this is the cheapest way to go to get these albums, and some of them. I found this one at my local record store. I never thought I'd find this. This is like late 80s. Not too many of these were sold in America. This was the album Miracle, which was supposed to be Freddie Mercury's last album because he was quite ill at the time. So they were just thinking this was it for him. And, you know, looking, he was not well. You know, unfortunately, AIDS was taking its toll. So this would have been Queen's last record, and I'm really grateful that it's not, because I really didn't care. There's some great music on this record, and then there's some okay. You know, this. I'm happy that this ended up being their last record, Innuendo. This is I think this was a step up from Miracle. I like this record, and I like. I don't know why. This is a Hollywood reissue as well. Very hard to find original pressings of this on vinyl in America. Of course, this was what, in 1991. This was right before he passed away. Freddie Mercury passed away. So at that point in time, vinyl wasn't being pressed nearly as much in America anymore as it was in Europe. So I don't have on vinyl. I didn't bother with the Made in Heaven. That's, you know, I don't know about that record. This is great stuff. However, I was not going to pay over $100 for a 4 LP version of this. I'm sorry. Even though it's great music, I just could not bring myself to it. This is a great record, though. I mean, if you want to get the CD of the complete show, you know, go for it. Custom inner, and the one beef I have about this, which kind of goes with the you know, there's a 4 album version of this. You want it all, get it all, but this just seems too short. The double album just was like it was over before you knew it, and you were just begging for more, quite honestly, and you didn't get it. But I'll show you the one other sleeve here. Great shot of them, and I believe, oh, it is a different label. So there you go. So that's what I have for vinyl anyway by Queen. I have several CDs of some unofficial shows, primarily of the 70s, and they're great too. But anyway, that's what I have. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, please feel free to do that. You know, just go down to the bottom, and I'm going to answer my telephone. Until next time, peace and love.